Alright, so tonight I'll be explaining to you our two experiments. The first one is machine experiment number 10. Basically, this is just a continuation ng workshop na binigay ko sa inyo related to analog mixed signal system design workshop from pages 73 to 116. So, yung machine experiment number 10 is a complete model of the back converter circuit. So, ito uli yung binigay ko na analog mixed signal. So, sabi from pages 73. Ayan. Yan. So, dito ang gagawin natin is gagawa ka ng subsystem for the current and for the voltage monitor sections. Basically, ito yung isa sa target. This is the subsystem so that you could monitor the current. Ayan, so siselect natin yung current sensor and even the PS to symboling converter, and then we have to left click. After the selection, right click and choose the create subsystem from this section or selection, and then specify the new frame for it. Then tatawagin natin siyang iMonitor. So, meaning to say from this step, ipa-follow lang natin para gumawa tayo ng subsystem for us to monitor the current. And then ito naman yung subsystem that is being created for the iMonitor as instructed in the previous slide. So parang ito yung overview na magiging target output natin. And then to do that, so these are some of the steps na we needed to follow. So from the library browser, di ba? So as you know, ginagawa lang naman natin doon, kiniklik and drag natin siya papunta doon sa ating workspace. And then, gagawa rin tayo ng another subsystem this time for us to monitor naman the voltage. So the voltage monitoring unit is also implemented as a subsystem. So we have to select the voltage sensor and the PS Simulink converter, and then again left click. And then after the selection, right click and then choose subsystem from this selection and then specify the new name for it. Tatawagin naman natin siyang B monitor. Yan. So from the iMonitor, gumawa tayo ng B monitor. And then again, so ito uli yung step that we have to follow para magawa natin yung subsystem for the B monitor. And then, as instructed here, kapag meron ka ng iMonitor, B monitor, the rest is already connected, di ba? From the previous machine experiment. So, papangalanan naman natin siyang back underscore LC underscore model. And then, same extension for the Simulink. So, this is one of the target output na kailangan nating screenshot when preparing the machine experiment report. Na ipapakita ko rin sa inyo yung sample para may idea tayo kung paano natin gagawin yung report. And then, syempre, iraran natin yung MATLAB script. So, ilo-load natin yung values for each the parameter and then simulate the results by clicking run in the Simulink window. So, target natin na ma-produce ito. So, as you can see, yung nasa taas, the orange one is the voltage monitor and the blue one is the current monitor. So, magkasama lang sila sa isang oscilloscope. And then, the second part is for us to model a switch. So, you will learn how to model switching unit for the back converter system. Again, yung idea ng back converter system, di ba? Meron kang input voltage and then ang goal natin is to step down siya to the desired voltage. Binaback natin or in-step down, pinabababa yung input voltage para makuha na yung desired output voltage po natin. So, binigyan na tayo dito ng idea. So, itong nakikita natin na blocks to use. So, if you're using MATLAB R2017A or higher version, I'm sure available naman to, lalo na for the crack version. So, meaning to say, kailangan mo ng toolset or ng toolbox na Simscape or Sim Electronics. Kasi from there, doon mo makikita yung block na SPSC switch. Yan. And then, so again, ito yung step. Add lang natin yung switch to the created model, the one that you have created earlier. So dito mo siya ilalagay on the left side. And then save it under a different name. So nilagyan na natin ng another name, di ba? This time underscore switch. Kasi nga nag-add ka ng switch doon sa ating back converter circuit. And then from there, we will now model a PWM for us to switch the console. So to model that, kailangan ulit natin ng different blocks. And nakalagay din naman dito para saan yung mga yon. So from the library browser, hanapin mo lang dun sa logic and bit operations yung kailangan natin na operators and along with the signal attributes and the signal routing. And then, and here, yung number one natin na step is the parameter setting. So, from here, we can specify the settings for each of the parameter as shown below. So, again, relational operator and logical operator can be found doon sa library browser. And this is a multiplexer lang naman. So, this model already includes the switching frequency in the MATLAB script. So nakalagay din dito what are the values that you needed to put for the sawtooth waveform, for the logical operator, and for the data type conversion. This is very vital kasi kailangan yung input natin, kino-convert natin to a desired output kasi boolean to, so kailangan natin siya ma-convert into double para mabigay natin yung desired output niya. So fswitch is a variable defined in the MATLAB script file, and this variable holds the value for the PMWM switching frequency. Remember, we have base workspace na nagsiset tayo ng value for the different variables. Doon din nakaset yung value ng fswitch. And then, ito na nga yun, yung sa variable setting, andito yung fswitch. O, kita natin yung value ng switching frequency. Yan. So, the variable setting is added to m.m file. So, ang pangalan niya ay parameters.m. And narito yung mga values na kailangan natin for the components na gagamitin natin. Then, ang file name niya ay parameters.m. And then, yung next step natin, sabi dito, it is equally important to observe the PWM behavior using below model. So, isa-save natin siya as PWM underscore behavior. So, this time, naglagay lang tayo ng ramp. So, to correctly show the ramp and the PWM signal, we have to observe the following settings again. So, ganun din. Naka-specify dito ano ba yung mga values na kailangan natin for the ramp signal property. Yan. And itong nakikita natin dito, simulation stop time, ito yung nasa taas ng workspace. Ibig sabihin dito matatapos yung simulation. And then yung simulation solver setting naman, change lang natin siya into ordinary differential equation 23 TV. So hanapin mo lang siya from the selection and then still the maximum step size. So kapag sinimulate natin, ang target natin na output is this one. This is the simulation of the PWM behavior. Yung ramp value reaches 1 and the PWM signal values also reaches 1. So obviously, yung ramp dito is the blue one and then the sawtooth waveform, yun namang yung color orange. So you can also change naman the values of that. And then we have here again the PWM signal. Ayan. So I think yun yung sa um, experiment number 10. Ayan, hanggang 116. From 73 116. So, ibig sabihin, tutuloy mo pa rin up until, so ito na yung complete model ng back converter circuit. So, this time, you will model the step-down converter as a whole na. So, kasama si PWM, si LC part, and even the switch part. And then, to do that, so imo-model mo sa just like this one. So, back underscore LC underscore base. And then, ito naman yung simulation ng PWM. So you can customize the display by using the zoom X and scale X and Y axis, and also use view style for changing the lines and showing the legend. Kailangan mapakita natin yung mga legend, yung mga lines para hindi tayo ma-confuse kung anong parameter yung minomonitor natin sa oscilloscope. And then this is just an explanation lang that explains the computed value of the duty cycle for the high side switch and the low side switch at a given voltage input of 12 volts and target output voltage of 5 volts. Ito yung sinabi ko sa inyo, di ba? Yung input natin ay 12 volts, then target natin na ma-step down into 5 volts. So the duty cycle is the time period during which a device is said to be operated at kinocompute siya using the formula D is equal to V out over V in for the DC-DC back converter. Then, ito yung target din natin na i-produce, the simulation of the complete model of the back converter circuit. Ito, minanual ko lang to. Ako yung naglagay nito just to explain lang the percentage nung ating period for the duty cycle. So, hindi naman kailangan na include natin to dun sa screenshot. And then, this part naman is the transition of the modeling switch part. So, you will learn here how to translate the model switch part to transistor level. Ayan, in here, naka-indicate what are the semiconductor devices. So, we have the diode, the transistor, the MOSFET, diba, the JFET, thyristor, and so on. But in your case, ang gagamitin lang natin is the N-channel MOSFET and the diode, which is also available dun sa Simscape Sim Electronics library. And then this part is how you set the MOSFET parameters that is specified from a datasheet. So, hindi natin kailangan mag-review ng datasheet from now. So, in my case kasi, tiningnan ko from the datasheet, then these are the values that I needed. So, in your case, you can just use kung ano yung value na nakaspecify dito for the drain source, drain current, and gate source. And then, yan, the MOSFET parameters are being specified using the QH8KA4 datasheet of static drain source on seat resistance for defined conditions and values as shown below. So, in-screenshot lang to from the datasheet. Kung gusto mo rin i-check yung datasheet available sa website, pwede mo namang i-search tong datasheet na to. And then, ito yung setting ng MOSFET parameters for the junction capacitance. Again, from the datasheet. Again, so this is just the sample screenshot of the typical value that can be found again on the datasheet. And then yung step 5 natin is the transformation of the modeling switch section to transistor level. So sabi dito, add lang tayo ng gain block. Ito yon naka-circle. So that we could increase the gate driver. The 15-volt gain is the standard voltage that we could use to drive the gate. So this is an assumption that is suitable value. So you can save it as back underscore else underscore base underscore mos. For now, pina-follow natin yung steps, di ba? Pero as you do your trials, pwede naman na mag-change ka ng value ng gain and then pakita mo what will happen to the simulation results. And then, so we model now the local solver settings. So click lang natin again on the menu bar doon sa ating MATLAB Simulink, yung solver configuration block. And then gamit tayo ng Simscape's local solver, then specify the following parameters. And then yan, so we just have to run again and simulate the model and observe the waveform as shown below for the I monitor and the V monitor. And then, ang sunod natin is the reference model in various voltage and current fluctuations. So in this work, the trainee will experience the simulation of the reference model in various voltage and current fluctuations. So ito yung target natin na output na ma-produce. Then ang file name niya should be back underscore LC underscore base underscore MOS underscore WIF. So may step ulit dito nakaspecify, create natin yung model as shown below and then isave natin as this file name. And then in here, so this is the model is this time using the signed values that assumes the actual system. In this example, the values are voltage 12 volts. We have here T is equal to 50 kilohertz and BP is equal to 1 volt. So we can refer to below figure for this illustration. Again, this is just manually computed para makita lang natin yung value ng period ng peak amplitude and the peak-to-peak amplitude na gagamitin doon sa parameters ng sine wave po natin. So dito siya ginamit sa amplitude, bias, and frequency. And then for the signal builder block, so you must change the axis and the change time range as shown below. So in this model, the dynamic load change was added using signal builder. So gamit ka ng signal builder as shown in the left. Sine wave is DC voltage but with ripple. So this setup means that we are trying to simulate in the actual back converter behavior. And then for the solver to make it fast, so you can check the use local solver and then specify below parameters. In this example, naka-specify dyan, the use local solver was checked and the default solver type is backward Euler. The sample time was set to 1 micro considering that PWM switching is 100 kilohertz. If you use a local solver, simultaneous use of Simulink or Simulink control design, linearization tools is not recommended. And then this is the target simulation results for the I out and B out output signals. I guess hanggang doon yung experiment number 10 for the complete model of a converter circuit. Para magkaroon tayo ng actual idea kung anong itsura ng machine 10 when you produce. So ganito lang din, yung step natin is provide ka ng problem specification. For the results and discussion, hindi mo naman kailangan na ilagay yung tutorial, di ba? Ang goal natin is ipakita mo sa akin yung screenshot after mo siyang gawin. So you can follow below step. Dito nakalagay yung first part is the subsystemization, di ba? For the current and for the monitor or the voltage monitor. So, dapat may subsystem tayo for the two. And then, sineperate lang din, merong ipakita mo yung iMonitor and the B-Monitor, di ba? Sa loob ng subsystem ng iMonitor, ito dapat yung makikita. Sa loob ng voltage monitor, ito dapat yung makikita. And then, show the simulation results. Again, better, pakita nyo rin sa akin yung legend kasi dito, hindi na nakita yung legend kung nasaan si B-Monitor at saka si I-out. And then, ito yung another step, di ba? We have to model the switching unit. Alright? And then, this is how to model naman the PWM for the switch. Meron ding value ng F switch na naroon sa base workspace. Pero hindi na siya nilagay dito. Pero you can just indicate here the value of the F switch. And then, this is the next step. You model the PWM behavior. Andun yung sawtooth waveform, yung ramp, and so on. And then, the simulation results. Again, lagyan din natin dapat ng legend. And then, we have here the complete model of the back converter circuit when you combine everything all together. And then the simulation results. Ayan. And then ito yung to the last part, yung the reference model in the various voltage and current fluctuations. Tama lang. And then dito, to yung di ba nire-request ko sa inyo, more than dinaanan mo yung steps, I would like also you to change the values of the parameters and observe the results and put necessary explanation. Yan. Ito is the baseline. This one is in-specify nila the low resistance or the heavy load, high resistance or the light load, high switching frequency, low switching frequency, increase in the inductance. So, nag-change siya ng value ng inductance. Increase in the value of the capacitance, high inductor resistance, high capacitor, ESR, minimum filter, and then put the conclusion. Again, it's up to you kung ano mga values ang i-change natin from the given model na pinrovide ko sa inyo. Yung next machine experiment naman natin is experiment number 11, which is the control design of the DC-DC back converter. Again, we'll be performing from pages 117, this time to 183. Ito na yung last doon sa binigay ko na tutorial. Yan. So this time, gagamit na tayo ng model transfer function and the PID control design. PID, proportional integral derivative. Yan. So we have two parts. Una, i-model muna natin using transfer function. Remember, we have a lot of experiments using transfer function. And then, i-regulate natin yung design compensator design using the PID. May other method niyan. Actually, yung machine 12, yung tuturo ko na machine 12 later is fuzzy logic. You can also use that to control your design. Yung sa master's thesis ko kasi what I did is merong previous na gumraduate ng master sa De La Salle Manila, ginamit PID. Ako naman, ginamitan ko siya ng fuzzy logic. And then, kinumpare ko yung results. So, napatunayan ko na mas mabilis gamit si fuzzy logic. And then yan, this is the first step for experiment number 11. You're gonna model a transfer function. So, follow lang ulit natin yung step. Yung unang nakalagay, derivation of transfer function of control design for the control object. Yan. So, gagamit ka dito ng Simulink Control Design and System Identification Toolbox. So, these are used for you to find the transfer function of the controlled object. It's important, especially the System Identification Toolbox. In our company, ginagamit namin talaga ito for us to generate the TF or the transfer function. So, gamit tayo ng model na to. yung kinreate natin previously, and then take note natin yung input point, the left circle, and the output point or the right circle. So in general, it can be linearized by the function of the control design tool, but it cannot deal with a model where the state changes with a PWM signal like a switching power supply. So you have to use frequency response estimation and then find the frequency characteristic and find the transfer function with the function of the system identification toolbox. So nakalagay dito yung analysis point. So we just have to specify the connection by right-clicking on the line. Right-click ka lang daw. And then input point, this is the open loop input, the left circle. And the output point is the open loop output or the right circle. So input lang tayo ng low signal level at the input point and then set the analysis point. Calculate the frequency characteristics from the measured values. So dito, on how to derive yung TF using control design, may dalawang way to estimate the frequency response. Yung una, using the script id underscore tf.m without using any graphical user interface. Yung isa naman, gagamit tayo ng graphical user interface at kikreate tayo ng body plots using script file id underscore tf underscore file read.m. So meron dalawang parts tayo describing the core back converter and designing the PID controller. So ito na muna. So itatype mo lang yung following script and then sisave mo lang ng id underscore depth.m. So ito yung linearization in the system identification toolbox. Remember yung mga percentage, so these are just comments. And then wag natin kakalimutan just to make sure na ang ginamit po natin na file naming convention ay same. Kasi kapag mali yung file name na convention na ginawa po natin before, of course, mag-error to. And then this is just a continuation. And then ito yung script file for the id underscore tf.m. So this will generate the three body plots. Highlighted in red are basically the parameters used in this estimation. And then, iraran natin yung id underscore tf.m script and then the body plots will be shown as below. And then, the generated transfer function, sys_a, also appears automatically as shown on the right bottom of this slide. Ito, automatic siyang ma-generate yung value nung transfer function natin by using sys_a. Yan. So, the waveform differs as you change the value of the parameters in the MATLAB script. So, that's one thing that you can do when you try trial and error. So, pwede ka mag-change ng mga values po natin. Tong first part natin is the use of the estimated tool for the frequency response. Step by step, follow mo lang. Open mo yung back underscore else underscore base. Punta ka ng analysis, control, design, frequency response estimation. Just make sure that you're using parameters.m in the init function of the model properties. And then, create ka ng sine stream signal. So, go to the input signal, fix sample time sine stream, and then specify the fixed sample time as shown below. And then, create ka ng sine stream input with the fixed sample time that appears automatically. So, you need to click the green cross, this one, to add frequencies. So, you can specify the values as highlighted. So, select ka ng input signal, sine stream, and specify the value shown below. You have to click the close button and select all frequencies on the next slide. So, for your initial trial, I would suggest follow muna natin yung steps by heart para ma-produce natin yung desired output natin. Then, select mo interfrequencies and then specify below values. And then, nakalagay dito yung mga information pertaining to the amplitude, the number of periods, the settling periods, and the ramp period. And then, select natin yung in underscore sine 1 and then click the body to plot the results. So, produce natin yung body plot. Then, ito na yung body diagram niya. Ayan, the estimation result is generated as EST SYS1. So, something like this one, yung target natin na ma-produce. And then the second part is the use of the frequency characteristics. So, i-confirm po natin yung time response, whether it is stable at the measurement frequency. Click natin yung EST-SYS1 in the linear analysis workspace and then check natin yung diagnostic viewer before we execute. This is basically the frequency properties at the designated frequency. Ito na yung sample output ng diagnostic viewer after we click the body plot that shows also the characteristic of each frequency point. And then, copy natin yung analysis data from the linear analysis workspace to the MATLAB workspace. Copy natin yung ESC1 data by drag and drop, and then double-click natin yung ESC1 to see the values as shown on the right. Yung part 3 natin is madali lang. Gagamit na tayo ng System Identification Toolbox. Type mo lang yung script, save natin as is, and then type sysA in the command window to see the results. So this script will only generate body plots as shown in the next page. So kapag nirun po natin siya, so it will show the fitting, run the program using script editor, and see the figure as shown below. Then run the script by typing sysA in the command window and see the results as shown below. So we will use the derived transfer function to latter part of the tutorial. So kailangan ma-produce mo tong TF value na to, then gagamitin natin siya sa next part ng experiment. So ito na yung control design transfer function derivation. So it could be observed that the values and waveform behaviors sa two methods, yung script and GUI for frequency response estimation are different because the parameter values used are also not the same. Yan. Pero if you use the same value, of course, mag-expect tayo na pareho yung output na mapoproduce. Pero in this case, since magkaiba yung frequency range na ginamit natin, expect natin na there's difference. Yung second part is the regulator design compensator design for the PID. So in this model, the transfer function G of the part surrounded by the blue square, ito yun, was obtained. So we will control the design here by replacing it with the transfer function. So instead na gamitin mo itong mga transistor level na values na to or even the components that we have used, transfer function yung gagamitin natin. So we have four part here, creating a compensator design, PID time response, reflect the tuning, and load current fluctuation characteristics. So we will learn how to create a compensator design model this time. So una, create the model for this block or system. Then we have to use below blocks. Gamit tayo ng LTI system or the LTI block. Then remember, gumamit tayo ng sysA kanina, di ba, dun sa code natin. So sysA yung lalagay natin yun dun. And then of course, B out for the constant parameter natin. And then create natin yung model na ito, 'di ba? So andito lang yung P out, pansin natin, meron tayo ditong change in error, the PID controller, the LTI system, and the scope. Yan. Remember that we already derived the transfer function in page 141. So you have to confirm if sysA is still working by typing sysA in the command window kasi baka na-close mo na siya. So make sure na nagra-run pa rin siya when you type sysA dun sa command window natin. And then various compensators can also be designed using Simulink. The control of PID, PI, PD, PNI can be designed from PID controller. So sa work natin ngayon, gagamit lang tayo ng PI as a controller and default setting ng values ng P is equal to 1 and I is equal to 1 as shown below. Then gagamit tayo ng PID controller afterwards. So nakaspecify naman siya dito dun sa block parameter na PID controller. Then the following is the setting for the stop time of the simulation. And the following is a simulation result. With PI compensator block of values P is equal to 1 and I is equal to 1 and sysA LTI block without tuning yet the parameter. So ito yung produce natin na output. And then ito na yung mag-create tayo ng compensator design model using PID controller as the compensator part and LTI system as the plant model or the object that we're trying to control. Then save natin siya as is. So ang highlight natin dito is the PID controller. So specify natin the default values of the controller again. Yan. So specify natin dito sa source part. And then again the stop time this time is set to 10 micro. Simulate natin yung model using default values of the PID without tuning again. And observe that the waveform is the same katulad nung kanina. And then, ito na yung PID time response of output voltage, this time with fine-tuning. So, open uli natin yung model, right-click dun sa PID controller, then kiklik natin yung tune, ito, from the controller parameters frame of the PID controller properties. And then, after natin maklik yung tune, the reference tracking will open. Then you have to select the show parameters to see the tune values. Ayan, syempre hindi tayo mag-expect na pareho tayo doon sa tune response and the block response kasi depende yun on how you tune. So below is the tune values of the PI controller shown in below values and previous waveform behavior. The tune values per P is equal to 1 and I is equal to 1 is not desirable because of the resonance frequency and oscillation. The appropriate setting for the FSW is 100 kilohertz and t is equal to 10 microsecond must be achieved. So this is possible by moving the response time more faster. In the reference tracking, so i-click natin yung update block button. After clicking the update block button, mag-a-appear yung waveform na to. And then run natin yung model and simulate the tune parameters per PI controller and observe below waveform behavior. Then open uli natin yung model natin. Gamit ka ng default values ng PID controller. Gawin mo yung same procedure as PI selection and tune the parameters as shown in the right figure. Then, click natin yung update block button from reference tracking. Then, it will give you below output. Click natin yung show parameters to see the updated values. And then, simulate natin yung model using the tune parameters for the PID controller and see the waveform behavior. So, we will use this model in the latter part again of the tutorial. So, ito naman yung PID time response of output voltage with fine-tuning. So, you can fine-tune the parameters from the previous slides to obtain faster settling time. The step response time can be adjusted by clicking and dragging the radio button. So you have to drag the button to faster direction to make the frequency range wider. The tune response should fit the PWM signal we have set in the early part of the tutorial. So after we click and drag the response time seconds, so you can obtain the following waveform. Tune response value is close to 1. Click the update block button again and you will see below waveform. Observe the values of the fine-tune parameters. Again, hindi natin in-expect na parehong-pareho yung values na ma-observe natin sa fine-tuning po natin. Kasi we're just doing the tuning. Simulating the model for fine-tune PID controller will give more faster settling time. Pansin nyo, mas naging mabilis siyang mag-settle dun sa target output voltage natin. So you can further fine-tune setting time by doing the same process. These fine-tune values will not be used in the next tutorial. So kita mo, ang bilis na niya mag-settle dun sa target output. Yun yung goal to make it to make the setting time faster. Then reflect the tuning in PID control design model. So we will reflect the tuning in the PID control design model. So dito lang, incorporate mo lang yung tune PID controller na ginawa natin kanina. And then the subsystem for the back converter circuit is shown also below. Before simulation, gamit ka ng local solver that must be checked and you should assign appropriate value for the sample time. So ito yung simulation ng incorporated tuned PID controller. And then ito naman is for the load current characteristics. So we will incorporate design PID controller to the back converter circuit with load current fluctuation characteristics. Ayan. So, same figure. And then, ito yung target na simulation results natin for the back converter with the load current. And this is just the summary na maginamit natin in this tutorial. Of course, we use MATLAB Simulink. We use model for the SimScape, Sim Electronics, and the toolboxes control system, toolbox system identification, Simulink control design, Sim power systems, and the signal processing toolbox. And then para mas makita natin, so ito yung sample again na output para may idea tayo for machine experiment number 11. Ayan. So ito yung control design ng DC-DC back converter. Again, lagay natin yung problem specification. Yan. And then from there, yung results. So nakalagay dito yung first part, diba? Minodel yung transfer function. So nakalagay dito yung MATLAB script. Yan. And then, nilagay niya dito yung table for the simulation results. So, we have different cases. Baseline nominal operating condition. Then, ito yung screenshot nung sa body diagram. And we have here some sort of explanation. Yan. For another case, this time large inductance and high ripple current. Another case, large filter with both L and C increase, the filter's cutoff frequency moves significantly to the left. Yan. Small filter or the high frequency, high ESR pace boost. Again, kayo naman na magseset kung anong gusto nyong i-monitor for different cases. High voltage, high input voltage, light load under dump, mismatch LC, ayan, high capacitance and heavy load, ayan, and so on. So, pwedeng table lang, nilagay nyo yung screenshot, and then pwede mo rin ilagay dito yung ginamit natin ng mga codes and screenshot natin yung mga itsura, especially when we proceed with creating also the compensator design model. Ayan, pakita lang natin yung simulation results. Ito yung sa part na nag-fine tune. Ayan. So you can also change the colors of the oscilloscope as well. And then when you reflect the tuning in the PID control design. Ayan. Hanggang doon sa may current load characteristics. And of course, conclusion. Okay.